Welcome to another edition of Inspired Discussions, where we challenge the way you think, shatter the
Oh
status
no,
quo,
stop.
while
Cut.
increasing your self worth.
We ain't pray. Are we gonna put it in there?
You
Are we
right,
starting right now?
you, you right. We didn't. So do our prayer, and I'm not cutting this out. So we did
All
forget.
right,
So
cool. All right,
yeah.
cool. Also, we gonna change every week. You got next week.
We'll
All
talk
right.
about that off camera, but go.
Oh, what? What? We not gonna have it on the camera too?
Absolutely
What?
not. Come on, man. Pray so we can get our episode started.
Oh, oh man. Dear Lord, or as I simply would say, yo, bro. Thank God. I thank you for letting us make you here to record this episode. Bless us to continue make many more episodes. Help us get through every hurdle, trial, tribulation, negative moment, bad energy, and everything else that we may not hold value to. Let us go through those despite the difficulty and continue to feed the people in ways that we may not see right now. In Jesus' name, amen. All right.
Hey, man. I felt like you was putting on for the camera with that prayer. Like that was longer than your one from before, but that's
Yeah.
neither here nor
Yeah,
there.
about 35% of that energy went into because the camera is on. You're right.
Yeah, I
You're
felt
right.
it. I felt it. But they called me
Yeah.
Sibley. Serving people is
Yeah.
who I am. It's what I do. And I'm with my co-host who just led us in that awesome prayer.
Oh yeah. Remy realizing energy made me. Also with me, Remy realizing energy made me. Few people have kind of asked like that doesn't make sense. No, it's R stands for really, E stands for energy, and then ME is me, literally. So it's just real me in that regards. The M and the E is not necessarily anything separate. It's just realizing energy made me. That's why it's that. Now they're gonna be like, oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, no, it's good. No problem. What your week been like? What we got today?
And I was gonna say something about that, but it's neither here or there. It'll just get us
What?
going left. But no,
You
we
don't like my
good.
name either?
This the hey, cut your music down a little bit.
Oh shoot, my fault.
Just a tad, because I can
You
kind of
good? My
hear it.
fault.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
That's better. All right, now that y'all
Woo.
see this probably the most authentic start that we done had in Inspired Discussions history because it's been a lot going on in this first 4 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nothing but
uh,
imbalance, but I'm with it.
uh, no, we right where we supposed to be. This the Christmas. No, this is the eve of Christmas Eve episode. So
Mm.
we was sitting talking and just thinking about what we was gonna talk about. I had something, but I want that to cook a little bit more before I bring that to the podcast. And
Slow cooker. Yeah.
he brought up like we can talk about Christmas. Or no. First, let me
Uh,
even backtrack and go farther. I had said like Christmas not really a holiday that we can really pull something up out of, and then he said,
mm.
"Haha, not so fast, my friend." And I'm like, then he mentioned the aura around giving, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, you got me on that one. Like that is most definitely something because, and then we started talking about like just the structure and tradition that I have yet to really set within just my own family and how my
Right.
daughter really just now of age to really like fully understand or I guess start learning like I guess the value behind holidays, and
Right.
and not so
Or at
many of
least the
these.
value within the structure. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So where we gonna go today with the um keep it on brand with the discussion? with,
Mm-hmm.
with the discussion is just the aura around gift giving and like what is this really the season for? Is it all about getting or is it all about
Oh,
giving?
okay. All right. All right. Hit me with a curveball on that one, cause them. All right.
No, because
Cool.
it's really the same. Like it's no, because it's not necessarily a curveball. It's just something. It did just come to me just like right there, like in that moment. But
Right. Like he ain't
but
deliver this example when he was talking, but okay.
yeah, but
You could.
but it's on brand with the aura around
Right.
gift giving though. You know what I mean? Because some people
True.
just expect to get. You know what I mean? Like they just expect to get,
Man.
and it's not really about giving, or they won't give unless they get. Ooh, shoot,
Oh, that's
ooh.
right, right. No, no, no. What you saying is real though. No, that is real. It's normally one or the other, but it still comes down to people thinking or making an action based off of the thought of what is going to be received and who's going to receive it. Yeah.
Exactly. Or what I'm gonna get in return. And see, yeah, this just coming tenfold now because just outside of just the Christmas and holiday spirit, like the way I'm built, like I'm a giver, and I don't expect nothing in return. You know what I'm saying? It go back. I
Right.
think we mentioned it a little bit when on the Trade podcast, thinking of self less. I think it's episode 19. If anybody want to go back and listen
Yeah.
to it, where we
Yeah.
talked about doing things out of love and not obligation. And that's just how I move. Like I do things out of love. You know what I'm saying? When you do things out of love, like you doing it be like the love of just doing whatever you did is enough for you. You know what I'm saying? When you do things out of obligation, it's like, okay, I feel like I was obligated to do this, and like you're gonna have some type of entitlement to your giving. Like you're gonna feel entitled to
Right.
something
Right.
if you're doing it out of obligation. So like I always
Right.
do things out of love. So like and I think that's why this holiday
Dang. Oh, that's
or this
real.
time of the year like irritates me a little bit because
Mm.
it's so many people that give. Dang, like that was just like a uh
Epiphany.
oh yeah, just like a real time epiphany. I'm like, maybe that's why this holiday irritates me a lot because it's so many people that's giving like because out of obligation, and it's like, where's the love? Like where's the love at behind it?
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Not
Yes.
expecting anything
Yes.
in return.
Facts.
So
That's damn near the same thing to where you making an action based off of the reward that you're going to get, but at the same time, you're applying the reward, like you're giving yourself the reward. Like that removes everything, despite whatever the action may be. Like I'm only going to do this because I know I'm getting this, but just because of me, it more so come down to what ain't that a selfish act at the end of the day, even because you are moving and making moves according to what you're going to receive. And
absolutely
that's
it do. And it take away from the great energy that you get when you thinking less of yourself and you in that giving spirit. You take away from that energy and turn it into a negative thing. And it's no
right.
longer a positive
Dang,
act.
no.
It's
Right,
a
right,
negative act
right.
because you're just thinking about you. And then
Dang.
it's another pet peeve that I can't stand. It's like this another. red flag when you know somebody doing something out of obligation and just not the love when its term is just given. When
Right.
okay, say say I want a PS5. Oh no, say you want a PS5,
Uh-huh.
but
Which I do. Mm-hmm.
and I want that's something that's of lesser value of a PS5 because I can't think of nothing off the top of my head,
Okay.
but it's of
Okay.
lesser value of the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's some people that would look at that like, oh, you want a PS5, so like I need to add to my list so it equal the value of what you asked me to get you because
Mm.
I'm spending more if you know. So like that's a big pet
Right,
peeve because
right.
it's not what giving is all about, and that's not what it's all about at the end of the day. It's all about okay, you had this desire and I was able to get this to you and make you happy, and that's what you wanted. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's not about the price tag of it. So it's like that's
Right.
that's like my
Your
two biggest pet peeves of like this time. It's like those type of mindsets,
right.
man.
Your self or created rule of engagement only comes down to the value that you feel you gonna put out. So you wanted to
Yeah,
equate at the same time.
yeah,
Nah,
like
man, making
I
moves
mean,
off of dang, nah, that's real. That's selfish for real.
yeah, yeah, man. Like so,
Dang.
that is yeah. I
I
really
wish
got
I wish a lot of people would think about that too. I wish they would think about like normally, when we was coming up, we were asked like around what was that, Thanksgiving, Christmas, what's another? I think that was the only two maybe, and New Year's. I guess for some people, when we was younger, we were asked like, all right, what are you thankful for? Then you had that real discussion at the table with family and whatnot, and then Christmas come around.
Easter might have been one too, though. To be quite honest, Easter because I
You
can
said
remember sometimes
Easter. Oh, yeah, yeah,
where
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you right. You right. All those Sunday speeches and whatnot.
right. I was just about to say, thinking you were like, oh, I ain't got no speech this year. I ain't gotta talk. Y'all thought y'all was gonna
Right.
come up and let tell them like what's the season for? Ah.
Man, like yeah, when we was coming up, we had moments like that was implied or forced upon us, and it delivered a different level of understanding and whatnot. And now it's like today, everything is coming down to more so of a selfish act or a selfish interpretation of just life, period. And I'm like, with somebody looking at any and everything in their life on that scale, most of the time I feel people are not aware of the fact, but then it also like saddens me a little bit for them not to have the understanding that with them acting like that or doing this, you're also decreasing your value within your own life doing that.
Right.
So
Right.
man,
Because
that sucks, bro.
your intentions
Yeah,
go from you doing a just a pure act to you just watering it down and making it unpure and it's just
yeah,
like
exactly,
unauthentic
exactly.
and it's like it's
Yes,
a
yes,
me thing.
yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like don't I don't want anybody to misinterpret this for like, you know, like you constantly um giving into relationships and you know you're not getting the same thing back in return, you know, like we talking like that's yin,
Right,
that's apples and oranges right there, you know, we
right.
strictly talking about like the aura around gift giving and and this holiday time, like that's too because
Yeah,
I don't want the trollers out there. Oh, you said this and that on relationship. Like we ain't even
Hey,
talking about that
man.
right now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even
Look.
talking about that. So don't troll me. Don't do me how I probably would do you. Like be better than me.
Don't do me how I would do you. All right. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. All right.
No,
We
I
gonna move
told
through that
no,
pastor
no,
rule.
no. See, I didn't say do as I say, do as I do. I mean, don't do as I do as I say. That's some bullshit.
Hey,
Quote me right. I said, don't do to me as I do to you. Be better than me.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's the difference in that because that other phrase you said, that's that bullshit parents used to tell themselves to make what they was
Bro, I
doing
hate that
sound.
statement, man.
I know
Oh,
that's why I
shit,
corrected you.
bro.
Like, don't put that on
How,
me.
bro?
Like, that's like one of the most less accountable statements known to in
Man,
parent phrases and parent phrases. But we digress. We
can
digress.
can
We
somebody make moves in regards to what we're talking about, gift giving and whatnot? Can somebody make moves based off of their own value of life as an individual, or
what you
is
mean?
it to the point to where it's like they got to have that understanding of the value they hold as an individual? So now when they are gift giving, whether it's materialistic or something else, you're delivering according to your own value as a person. Or can somebody just do it and then they'd be like, all right, I did the job, but not realizing the fact that the job was done based off of your own value. So I'm like, can they do it with the awareness, or with or without the awareness of their own value? Because I still say at the end of the day, no matter what gift it is you're delivering to somebody, whether it's materialistic or not, it's coming from the standpoint of, like you just said, what you're expecting to receive. Or if you're not even think about that, it's still coming from the value of who you are as an individual. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you, but
Dang. That draws more importance to individual growth, like the stuff that we talk about on a regular basis, that insight, that self-worth,
it
for
does
moments like
because
this.
having that kind of mindset, you can really destroy relationships. Like, especially if a
True,
person
true.
person thinking, especially if a person think the way I think, because I'm like, look,
Mm.
you yeah, you won't be getting none from me ever again.
Just because of the way you said that, I'm like, oh, he did this before. He did this before. Okay, I get it. I get
uh,
it.
uh,
Dang.
of course,
Now,
because
oh,
that's the way
oh,
I feel.
shoot, Jesus Christ, you just gave me a lot. Even with that alone, just thinking about that, I'm like, dang, if somebody's feeding that energy off the value of who they are as an individual, which I just said I believe happens with their awareness, whether they're aware of it or not. Like, dang, if they feel like they a shitty person at the end of the day and they're in that rut, and it's normally I can't get you nothing, or I don't want nothing, I ain't tripping. Why not still engage on the fact of improving that? So people be
What
so
what
stuck in gift
what you mean?
giving or
What you
receiving.
mean? What you mean by that though?
All right, like Christmas come around like it is now. When we're always giving gift, or just people in general, it normally comes down to like a secret Santa, or you see who want what. Uh, whoever you love the most in the moment or whatnot. You're feeding through that, but the entire time you're also thinking, all right, what equal out to what I want at the end of the day. So if you are already on that wave, the easiest thing that I could think of to eat, like just quickly shift that would be, what more can I do despite what I may be receiving? That's what I mean. I probably drug that out the first time, but that's what I meant. People don't normally think like that, but yet you aware of the fact that you want to give somebody something because you know what you want to get, or you're looking forward to the holiday because you know what you want. But yet nobody ever think about the little simple thought of just shifting that and be like, all right, what more can I do?
Yeah, but I think that's the order, and what I was saying was my pet peeve, and I think it ties into it, where you feel like if you can't give equal value, you better off not doing nothing at all. You know, and that's the whole aura of the season. You know what I mean? Like, so you don't really necessarily think like even though I can't do this, what can I do? Like,
Yeah.
You just rather be like, look, especially I know now, like in the times that we live in, some people like, look, COVID, this COVID, like,
bro, there
Christmas
is, oh
postponed
my
until
god,
March, like Christmas
so
tax
many
season now.
people,
You know what I'm saying?
man,
So
out here throwing that COVID out just to get away with stuff.
yeah,
Like, bro, really?
I'm like,
Okay.
COVID, COVID happened this year, so it's
Man,
just that it's just that whole order, man. Like, the more I think about it, like, the more it kind of irritates me a little bit, because it's just
right.
like,
No, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, dang, it's such a simple thing. And it's like, how do you not get that though? Just shift it a little bit. What more can I do? But no, that doesn't happen. Can't give and receive materialistic things forever. It's just, yeah, that just irritates me. It really does. It really does. You're decreasing your own value in life with that concept. I don't want to say that it's wrong, but I mean, to me it is wrong. Like, I'm out here doing something on the behalf of the way you moving, and not necessarily the way that I should be moving. I don't want to feed through the fact that you want something for Christmas and I don't. Because now I'm like, all right, if I'm gonna be the person that's like, all right, I don't want to do any gift giving this year, somebody else gonna be like, wait, why? Or you bad timing, why you didn't tell me this before, or stuff like that, because now they already got you a gift. But now with their resistance towards the way you trying to move as an individual, it's like, oh, okay, so now I got to get you something. This is what we're doing. Now I got to get you something. The moment that I try to change something, now I got to move through what you already acting on, and I'm like, I don't want to move that way. Like, that's the pressure
yeah,
that irritates me, bro.
it do though. It do, because, and it goes back to that intention, like that the intentions behind it. Like, you really not giving it out of love. Like,
Hey,
if I love the fact that you use that example, because that's a great example. I wish I would have just used that, or thought of that example, because that's a great one. Like, what do you do
it's a
when
team game
you
here.
got
It's a team game.
when you got somebody a gift, when somebody got you a gift but you didn't get them nothing, or with both
Man,
shoes, you know what I'm saying, on
both,
both
right?
shoes, like, so what you doing? Because on one side, like you say, you got that pressure, like, oh shoot, I ain't getting nothing, so now I'm gonna look like this type of person if I don't.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
exactly.
they
Exactly.
got me, but that's not really what it was. It's like it would have been cool if I didn't get nothing,
Man.
but they did give me something. Like so, it put you in this whole
Yes.
conflict of interest
Yes.
where you like, what
Right.
the hell really going on? Like why?
Right. And just with you being conflicted with that on your own, you automatically is decreasing your own self-worth and value just because of the confliction alone. It's like,
You
bro,
are.
I'm putting more energy into everything else that we just discussed instead of the energy that I should be putting into myself in situations like this. It's like, dang, man, I'm going negative one way or the other, huh? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Because now if I do this, in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, I really didn't want to do that, bro. You making me change my own method and way of approach and my own levels of self-worth that I'm trying to create for myself. But with something like that, it's like, bro, negative, negative, either way. Period.
You end up with me, you don't end up with nothing. Up, you did that out of love. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
or
gimme,
or
gimme, gimme.
or I hit him with I got you next year.
Oh my god, bro. Why can't we go back to that, man? I don't even know if we ever was at that point as people. It's like, man, I hate that.
to
Especially more
to
now realizing
what
that.
point? What point as people?
The fact of gift giving, which is mostly tied down to materialistic, instead of doing things on the levels of our own self worth and insight. That just changes the whole approach. Period. I mean, we've been doing it. We grew up in this within this structure of gift giving, Christmas tree, and presents up under the tree. So I'm like, man, something so simple though comes across
I
so
mean,
difficult.
a lot of that got to do with capitalism, which is a whole nother topic on its own. And this whole season would, just like how Christmas, just looking at it from a business at standpoint, how Christmas is the last quarter of the year. And like that's where like soon as after Thanksgiving, that's when all the sales hit and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? All these
Right,
companies they getting those last quarter sales and numbers up, for the holiday bonuses and all that other stuff. So
right, right,
that
right.
that ties in a lot of it to why you know stuff is cheap a little, always more on sale around this time. So people think, just because you got something, you're actually saving money because something was
Oh my god, bro.
$300 now, but it would have been $500. No, you still spent three, but like that's a whole nother, just financial literacy and
Right.
economics talk that we had saved for 2021.
What do you think would be a good method of approach in regards to breaking that cycle? Of course, we can't do it on corporate level like you're talking about. But I'm saying individually, whether it's family or just yourself,
It's just that,
breaking that
you
materialistic view.
start with the families, it started with your family, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then it just expounds to on that because, like, you know, if, like the things that we follow now, like, and traditions or whatnot, they, they so popular because at some point they made sense. You know what I'm saying? So if you just start piring other things that what I'm saying, like and start pioneering and structuring other things that make sense, but updated. That's the thing. Like things aren't traditions don't get updated to modern times. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
just You know what I'm saying? Like a cell phone from 1995 won't work in 2020. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole, you know, like the technology
True.
night and day. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's
Oh,
night and
true.
day.
True.
Like we talked about it a lot last week. Everything evolves except people. Like as far people's mindset and the way they think of things, I should say. Because I mean,
Right.
people
Right.
and we as people, like we evolving too. But like as for some like weird way, like the overall mindset and consciousness doesn't evolve. Like that, maybe we're gonna have to research and look
Dang.
up it, look
Does
into
it
that.
not? Does it not? E- evolve, or does the awareness? Dang. Hold on. I know what I wanted to say, but now thinking about that, I'm like, does the fact of us not evolving on that level still hold the same weight according to the awareness for it? Because the awareness doesn't kick in unless, something happened, some traumatic happened, and then you start thinking on different levels. Like it kind of goes back to how I've said in previous episodes, where it's like we got positive, encouraging, enrich enrich content or whatnot that's out there, but we don't ever seek it until we start going through something. So we're already evolving on different levels. We're never aware of the fact until something hits us for us to be like, oh snap. So this is what it is. We don't put any attention towards it at the end of the day. We
But
still
that,
got the growth that's in my fault. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, but that's where I think, like I say, the key to like just setting up standards into like standards and new traditions within your own family structure, because then that way you are bringing awareness. Like because once people seeing you doing stuff a little different, they gonna look at it and be like, they gonna feel a certain type of way. Either they gonna feel like,
Right.
okay, I'm gonna take tips from it, or like, oh no, that's of whatever they gonna make themselves believe it's of the devil or whatever it may so be,
Right.
you
Right.
know,
Right. Right. Right.
brainwash yourself into believing. So I just think that that's where that, you know, like you say, like we don't really deal with things until we have to deal with things. So, you know, that's where that,
Now,
you know, that level of awareness come from, just in that, you know, you seeing like, okay, they doing it this way, and maybe I may not like all of this, but I like some of this, and I'm gonna take that away from it, you know.
right. Now, in
And
in
then
in
that's how
regards to your family, when the resistance, when you get resistance within your own family, and you're trying to push that, then what? And I don't mean
I
like
mean, it
overall
depends.
family. I mean your household.
Oh, the household, it's a household thing, and y'all gonna have to work out the compromises in between. Because, like I said, me and Cherish, again, I probably go. That's why I want to bring her on, because I talk about her so doggone much, because she a big part of my life and just my growth in general.
Yeah.
You know, like we haven't always been in the position that we've been, where we thought about like our views on marriage, our views on just a lot have like they changed like night and day. Like our views when we in 2010, how we felt about marriage and our future, they are night and day to what they are in 2020. You know, like that the last decade, you know, they didn't man, it's just it's they just the way we, it's because it's hard. I don't want to say it's hard to explain. It's just as I talk about it, because and I just get to thinking, I'm like, man, like I used to think some wild stuff, or it just seemed wild to me now, you know, because just where my level of awareness and my thought is. But y'all, like I say, it's just some type of compromise, or y'all just gonna be doing your own thing when it's time around, because that's really what it boiled down for us. Like I told her, like I don't really care about this, but like if you
Right.
want something, just let me know and we'll do this and blah blah blah, and
See,
and just leave it at that.
um, like I'm thinking about that same question and using myself as an example. Though I don't have family within the household, I can still apply that same thing to my core family, like mom, dad, brother, sister, and whatnot. I'm like, you know what? And in that case, if I bring that method of approach to where it's like, all right, I don't want to participate in giving materialistic things at the end of the day. If resistance do come, dang, I don't know. I think I'm gonna feel irritated about that all the way around, despite whatever way it plays out. Because I'm like, if I'm bringing this to the table already, then this is my set, like, understanding the way I want to move. Period. And how we was talking about before, to where it's like, all right, now if somebody got me something, that forces me or puts the pressure on me to be like, all right, I gotta get them something, even though clearly I do not want to do this for a more deeper understanding or whatnot in regards to my own self-worth. And I'm like, dang, bro, that just irritates me, because now it's like what I want to put time into, I can't, and it's making me feel like time is wasted. Period. Now it no longer feel like a holiday because of the resistance and the pushbacks in regards to me not wanting to be a materialistic gift giver.
And I think I think I can most definitely relate to that, because that's how I feel a lot. Because I'm like, man, y'all take me, y'all kill my spirit with this mindset and this mentality. So I don't give a damn
Yeah.
about it at all. So
Right.
now,
No. Right. Right.
right, why we just can't enjoy each other's presence, and that be
So what?
enough. You know what I
In
mean?
that case, then what? What, you got to suck it up, knowing damn well you about to hit the same cycle again next year.
I mean, in that case, it's just like for me, like I'm straight on y'all. Y'all do y'all thing.
Right. Right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. It's just
Like
that
y'all ain't
that
doing
pressure comes in, like,
nothing. Y'all do
oh,
y'all
I don't
thing.
like I don't like that idea because I got you something. Like, oh, okay, thank you. Now they're expecting at the same time. It's like, nah, I told you where I was at with it though.
Yeah, man. It's
See,
like
even saying that aloud and outside looking in, though I don't feel this way, it's just it selfish just comes across all of that whole scenario. But I'm like, yo, that's not the case. It's just I don't want to move that way, bro.
yeah,
Man.
it do, because it puts you in that situation where you feel like you been a dick face. Like you really do. You feel like you been a
Yeah.
straight asshole. Like damn, man. Yeah,
So
you
just
got me thinking. You got me thinking now. Maybe I should move different. No.
Man, bro, nah, it's just a thought. I mean, it's just a thought for sure, but it's real though. I mean, that's what it is. Period.
But
I'm like, dang,
that
how
go
can you feel it?
to what I was saying about with my baby or whatnot, and well, I gotta stop calling her my baby, because she is most definitely not my baby no more. I see the big stuff.
Lord Jesus Christ.
With my daughter, it's just really not. um I guess enriching then that into her to where she always expecting, or she putting some type of cash value on the things that she do for other people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
it, like that's really just my biggest thing. Like we can have all these, we can come up with our own traditions or how we handle this time of the year, blah blah blah. But this is something that is non-compromisable. Like you're not about to put cash values on gift giving, because that's not like once, because
right, bro.
you take away from the intention behind it, and it's no longer pure. So that's non-negotiable in whatever we do.
Facts, facts.
Like
No,
that.
no, facts. That's facts.
Like it's
I agree with that
either
100%.
it's either I'm gonna get this one little thing, or the whole deal is broken. I'm
Bro.
walking away from the table,
And
and you just
only
go do it.
holiday that make you feel this way. Start
Uh,
isolating yourself.
it
No, it's
do.
the only holiday that make you feel this way. I don't feel this way in Thanksgiving, no other holiday.
I mean, if your birthday sometimes, like especially if somebody gave you something for your birthday and yours come first, and
Oh,
then
no.
theirs come up next, like those, I mean, I can see where the
Nah.
same mindset is set
See,
in.
you know what? In that case, I'm good. Like on that, I can't even think of an example. I can't even apply the same example that I just applied for Christmas for my birthday, because that's not the case. Period with me. Like for real, for real. I don't really celebrate my birthday as much anymore with granny and granddaddy done been gone or whatnot, and the larger family functions that we would normally have. I only did it just for the family, you know, getting together. But on my end, I'm like, nah, I ain't really with that anyway. So it's like, I'm not really out here celebrating. It's been plenty of days where I'm just, people call and be like, oh, what you doing? Or the week before, what you doing? You got any plans? I'm like, no, I'm chilling. No, I'm chilling. No, I'm chilling.
I, oh yeah,
I was
I
like, I
most
don't
definitely
expect nothing. Don't
agree
expect me
with
to
you
get
on
you.
that end. I was just saying, like, cause I'm the same way, and I said I'm gonna start being different on my birthdays, cause I'm so nonchalant now. It's like appreciate it.
Oh, you going the opposite. You going to engage now.
I think I am, because I'm just, I don't know.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, because I don't know, just I don't know, just to switch it up, because I had just thought like,
What?
man, maybe I'm too disengaged, so maybe I should be more happy, more grateful for life every year
But
than
is
I
that
am.
the case? Okay, see, now you got me.
Uh, yes and
Lord
no.
Jesus.
Yes and no. Because I feel it should be some type of enthusiasm, especially now in the times that we live in now, and with our age and our generation. Because I got 3 or 4 classmates that that didn't make it to the 20-year reunion. Like
Right.
couple that didn't make it to 10. So it's just, I'm like, shoot, I'm getting older in the era that we living in. Maybe I need to celebrate me. I only got one time. You got one time of the year where you can be selfish and think about yourself. So you might as well use it, I guess.
Okay, so with that, does that create confliction within yourself? Because now we're going from the Christmas approach where it's like we're trying not to focus on the materialistic structure or whatnot, a format, and then coming around for the birthday, it's like, all right, I'm going to actually engage in the
Well,
lane where those are more regular.
it's not necessarily like the materialistic side of it. I'm just speaking on just like the energy that I put behind it, because I know how nonchalant I am. Like some people should they can't wait until their next birthday the day after. Like, I
Right, right, right.
can't wait until next year type thing. And I'm just like so nonchalant. Like it's like whatever. Especially now, because like Father's Day and my birthday always coincide some type of way. If they not on the
Oh,
same
word.
weekend, it's the same week. So it's like now people they mixing in the birthday gift is the Father's Day gift type thing. But that's
Right.
neither. I don't even want to get into that because then I start sounding selfish and entitled. So I don't want
Dang,
to
I
get
just
into
had
that.
that.
But
Uh, you said it's not necessarily the materialistic thing behind it. It's the energy that you're applying to it. I believe that was what you said.
yeah,
So,
the energy behind just another being grateful and showing gratitude for another year of life.
right. So then is that what I guess I'm forming a question out of this actually overall period then. And with that, is that what Christmas is about? Is that your definition of Christmas? The energy you putting behind it or whatnot?
That's my definition for anything. The energy you put behind it, because it matters. I mean, it just go back to the attention thing. Like, what's your intentions? I guess birthday and Christmas are kind of night they apples and oranges because I mean one is focused around holidays and family, and then the other is
Right.
focused on you. But I was just speaking on, you know what I'm saying, just like the overall energy of my birthday. It was kind of like off topic, really. Kind of not. The more I think about it, I probably shouldn't. I ain't gonna say I shouldn't have mentioned it, but it was kind of off topic because it is kind of apples and oranges. When the more I think about it,
Well, I'm gonna say this then. And on my end, for Christmas, now I'm thinking about our original question that we had talked about, and with you saying that, I mean it goes with what I was thinking overall. And that question was pretty much what dang, what was the question exactly? What is dang, what was the original question before all of this? The one that was gonna let marinate.
oh, what is the ideal Christmas gift or something of that nature?
Dang. Oh yeah. And yeah, what is your ideal gift that you would like for yourself that's not materialistic? And in that case, for me, mine is dang, I guess it's the rules of engagement. Like that whole title right there. Though that can be broken down in so many ways, but I'm like focusing literally on the rules of engagement, because
You
that way
mean
no matter what I'm doing, especially for a holiday like this, like no matter what I'm doing, I'm open and aware to having different discussions, conversations, or even providing an atmosphere to where I'm always able to grow at the end of the day. Being able to grow at the end of the day is going to happen, period, whether I'm aware of it or not. But in cases like this, the rules of engaging amongst family or friends or whatever in this moment, if those rules can feed into the levels to where I'll have more, like a heightened level of value that I can apply to myself, then cool. I'm with that all day, because that's what I was saying before we started recording. I'm aware of the aura that I present and conversation that I know I can provide, and with those rules being set at a certain level, now I can continually feed that cycle of providing value for myself. And most of the time, it also comes down to everybody else that's around me who I'm engaging with. So that as long as I can focus on those rules of engagement, which are necessarily individualistic view or perception, and it's just pretty much the things that you can do or say that present moments of like that delivers a heightened level of value as an individual.
Okay.
That would be the rules of engagement.
I'm thinking more define materialistic. What put materialistic in the context for me? Are we
See
speaking
and
on like
touch.
something I can see or touch? Because see or
Yeah,
touch or something that has cash, because what you just mentioned doesn't have a cash value on it. So I'm just
facts. Yes,
um
yes, exactly. See
and
and
see,
touch.
and I'm not necessarily more and I don't think my answer necessarily, it does have a cash value to it, but I don't necessarily see it as materialistic, because I guess my ideal gift, or without getting all like, yeah, I just my gift for the holiday, I just want everybody to reach a certain consciousness and level of awareness that meets,
Okay.
like that's lame and corny. Like that's just so I
You
would
gonna hit us with the 5%er approach?
the 5% approach. What's that? What's the
Mm-mm.
5%
Nope.
approach?
Pretend I didn't say that. Disregard that. Nope. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. My apologies, guys.
What's the
I
you
apologize,
know
audience. I'm sorry.
just to keep a note. You can get off of it now, but you're not gonna you're not gonna mention that and not tell me eventually. So yeah, we'll get off of it now. But yeah, that kind of tie into what I was about to say though, because like I guess my ideal gift would be something like personal development wise, like whether it's like a course, um, or man, it's hard for me to say like without putting the cash value, because it's just, I mean, I could
Okay,
agree with you,
let me ask
like
this
say what
then.
you said, but it's just hard
With with with
with the
what you
cash.
saying, your answer being at least in the realms of personal development. Now I'm asking, is that personal development within that moment or a continuing cycle from the moment?
I mean, when I speak on that, like, I mean, it could be a course, it can be, uh, I don't know, it can be a quote, a scripture, or something that just in that moment, like you say, it can be really anything. To be quite honest, like
Man, now you got
it
me thinking. I'm like, dang,
I
well,
mean,
you just broadened that on so many levels. I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't think
I
about a lot
mean,
of these things.
because I'm trying to take out the cash value of it out of it, because I think like, and it's kind of hard. It's kind of crazy that I can't disattach a cash value out of it without sounding, yeah, just
I mean, go
further
ahead and present
enlightenment.
it.
So I mean,
We done saying more than enough on other things.
I mean, I don't. I mean, that's it. Just something that's basically
Personal.
gonna, yeah, just increase my awareness, I guess. You know, if it's not a
I'm not
PS5,
gonna disagree.
if it's not, maybe I don't know, jewelry, maybe shoes. Outside of all that stuff. Uh,
Dang, now you got me over here trying to play the guessing
I
game. I'm like,
mean,
you know what? I'm
I
just gonna leave this
mean,
guessing game alone. Because
like I don't
throwing
know.
me all over the place in my head.
I don't know, incorporate a business. Give me, I don't know, something of that nature. but those
What
still everything I mentioned got cash value attached to it some type of way. You're gonna have to go and spend. Like that's kind of why I drew that parallel on, I gave you the PS5 example and
see that,
something of lesser
that
value example, because a lot of the things that I desire, I know they ain't gonna be in the. I know what you gonna want probably gonna be less. Not saying you, but I'm just
right,
saying
right,
like
right, right, right. One
that
person.
person give me like what you gonna want something less, but like I may want this $1,500 course, and you only want $500 in jewelry, but at the end of the day, like this jewelry $500, this $1,500 course can turn into 15 grand. You know what I'm saying? So just with that, like it's just you know the whole aura around it. Like that's why I don't like it, because it's just
See, thinking about this got
it
me
waters stuff down.
got me thinking about, I don't know if I sent this to you or not, but I don't know if I did send it to you. If I didn't, I should have, because I came up with this after one of our episodes. I don't know if it was the last one or the one before it, but it's one of them. I had ended up from one of those episodes. It made me think about life overall. Pardon me, I got a burp, but it won't come up. It made me think about life overall, and in a situation or a moment like this with holidays and gift giving and whatnot, and how you view the holiday overall, it definitely ties into my understanding or definition of life, period. And dang, oh yeah, like this holiday definitely ties into that on a heavy aspect. So the value behind it for me personally, making moves and whatnot, and the rules of engagement with other people weigh the most probably now than any other moment in previously through the year. And it's all right. So this is my own definition and understanding for life. It's the engagement of one value with another value. The existence of someone or something alone holds value. Zero engagement with something or someone is non-existent. Despite the awareness or lack of awareness for one's own value, existence upon any level yet remains. And after I had typed that, I just kept typing, and I thought of uh, a more direct understanding, and that was the level or whichever self-measuring regularities one is based upon, whatever you choose to measure your level of life or quality or whatnot, the level of engagement through your own self-awareness and understanding of value placed upon individuality creates an increased level of insight for the quality of life, which this with that continues the cycle of life and having a greater understanding of life. So that's why I was saying rules of engagement was a big part for me, because I'm like, dang, that's something that's gonna forever happen. That's continuing the cycle. Just that understanding of life, and then breaking it down for the quality and the awareness that you have for your own self with engaging with someone. That's the cycle right there. I'm like, dang, if I choose not to, well, I don't even have a choice really, because that's going to happen despite my own awareness and understanding, period. But me becoming aware of my own value for myself when I am engaging with somebody else, and it doesn't matter the situation or what conversation, it doesn't matter anything really, whether it's negative or positive. that engagement alone still puts a increase or a decrease on my own value as a person. So if I'm going to do that and remain aware of that, then I'm going to always continue to change the rules of engagement for me to continue to gain a heightened level of value with myself. Like it's just back and forth in that case. All right, cool. I know these are my rules of engagement right now. When I'm engaging with Sibley, cool. My value is going up on this level because now I know this is what I'm moving through. Period. All right, cool. I feel like I reached that. All right, change these rules. I'm gonna put this here or replace it. Now when I'm engaging with Sibley, I'm increasing my value. It's just a continued cycle at the end of the day. I probably should just copy and paste
No,
that to you. But you get what I'm
no,
saying
no,
though, or
no.
no?
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I was just taking in everything you was saying, and and just really taking it in. I don't have a right now response to it. I'm actually gonna
Okay.
play that back, everything that you said, so I can and maybe come back next week or in the future
Right,
weeks and
right. And you
really
know what? Even
but
for those listening,
that's
I know that's a lot to really kind of
that was a
take in.
profound statement. It was. It was. Absolutely.
It's a lot to
Absolutely.
take in, but can we put that in the description or something, like just so they can read it for themselves, or in the comment section? I'll paste it there or something, just so they
Uh,
can see exactly what I'm saying instead of trying to remember it or they rewind it.
yeah.
Or
Yeah. As far as the YouTube audience, yeah, we can.
oh yeah, true. My fault.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. Well, yeah, y'all just
send
gonna
it.
have to rewind that.
Yeah,
Just gonna
send
have
it
to
to
rewind
me.
it.
Yeah, send it to me. We'll post it. So if they watching or something, we'll have it for
Yeah.
them. And
Man, yeah. Jesus, that cancels out. Oh my God, that cancels out so much. Like I said, it matters so much now because of the holiday season and the end of the year. Like, man, those rules of engagement got to be in place for myself.
it do, and like I said, the more you was talking, the more I was thinking. I was like, if I go non materialistic, and like take away anything cash value, even when if it's a course or blah blah blah, it'll be those rules of engagement though. Because now that I think about it, it's like that's really the key, just the understanding like what others expect and you being firm and knowing what you expect, them knowing what you expect, you know.
Yeah,
So when you have those moments,
yeah,
you're not put in that place where you feel like, damn, like I ain't
right.
do this. It's like
Yep,
it's a word. It's a
yep.
word for that I can't think of off the top of my head. It's a word for that, like that
For what?
I can't for for it's an adjective for how people make you feel when they do things. Like it's a word for that. I can't think of it right now.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
it'll come
Got
to
you.
me later. But yeah, and that's just really what we wanted to get across with this episode was just engage in that um discussion of just the aura around gift giving and like the intentions behind it. And if it's just like one thing, I guess I'll leave y'all alone. And I mentioned it before this. Just do things out of love and not obligation. Because
Mhm.
when you're doing
Mhm.
things out of love, like your intention's more pure, obligations they not, and you expecting something in return, and you feel
Yeah.
and more important than expecting something, you feel entitled to it. And when you feel like you entitled to something, like your
Yep.
emotions
There
can
we
get to
go.
start acting wacky, and you know what I'm saying. You will destroy relationships and friendships over just at the end of the day pointless things. So
Right. Yep. Yep.
so yeah,
Yep.
that
Oh,
that that's all I
I
got for him
yeah.
this week. You got anything to add on to that?
No, no, you said that perfectly. I'm like, yeah, everything he is saying is perfect. And I'm like, that's why that matters. Everything you just said, like those rules of engagement feeds through that. Everything you just said, that these aren't rules that are just already existent. These are rules that you set for yourself to continually engage with, because everything you just said that was positive, they're going to not only last longer, but remain definite in the way that you move and think as a person. So yes, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
We love y'all. Y'all have a great Christmas. Enjoy y'all family.
Happy
Yeah, just enjoy
holidays.
your family. Don't get caught up in what you didn't get. Be grateful for what you got and just that the moments that you're able to be with your family. We love y'all. We see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.